My name is Mark Hoover, and I am actually just a board, I say just, but I am a board member on the NCM Board of Directors. As part of the Board of Directors, we kind of all work together to support, Jack and the entire crew up here to get them the things that they need, the equipment that they need, the people that they need so that they can, continue to put together, projects and deliver content, through NCM to the town of Norwood. Well, it's probably how I became on the board is that, my youngest son and Jack's oldest son played hockey together. And so Jack, years ago, asked if I would, maybe call a squirt hockey game or something like that. So that's how I kind of got involved with NCM is more along the lines of calling various games, starting with some of the youth sports and then working up to some of the high school sports. And then Mike Maloof got us a chance to work on Sports Extra with Joe Meehan, so I've been hosting that for a number of years now. Well, I think once I started to kind of do more of the, the high school games, we called a couple of those, and then this, this idea kind of started to morph of getting, maybe every couple months a Sports Extra show, and to, kind of highlight all of the various high school, both current high school folks and alumni that have gone on, and that really kind of getting their own show and working with that really then started to escalate more of the involvement at NCM. I don't think I'm a townie. I've only lived here, 30 some odd years. I did not marry a townie, so I'm not. Certainly I feel part of the town, but I guess the official townie, no, I'm still probably a carpetbagger and always will be. Obviously, there's, my wife Brenda, my son Kevin, my other son Daniel are, obviously the most important. But I think in terms of my life, it's my immediate family and as well as, my dad and my mom and my brother and sisters. And then, my in-laws, my wife's family, her brother and all her sisters and their husbands and her parents are all, I think my entire family is, really primarily important folks in my life. Recently, obviously, a lot of us aren't doing a lot of things, and a lot of stuff is NCM now. We've been doing a lot of the high school games, which has been very exciting. So if I'm not calling games for NCM, I do like to get out and about. I like to try to run, ride a bike. Still try to play old man hockey every Thursday night and survive that for 50 minutes. So just try to keep myself active. We have gone as a family a number of times to a steamboat in Colorado where we've been able to ski, and it's just an absolutely beautiful area. So I'd have to say steamboat. I think if I were to do that, I would tell myself 15 years ago to remember the advice that my grandmother gave me 30 years ago or so when I was graduating high school, when she said, as you get older, life continues to go faster. So don't wish time away, don't try to rush things, and enjoy living in the moment. Because if you try to just, boy, I can't wait for tomorrow, or, I wish I were older, my advice to myself 15 years ago would be to remember that advice from 30 years ago, to not rush things and just to enjoy every day. For here in the town of Norwood, although I'm, again, as I said, I'm not a townie, I think my role models are people that I kind of look up to. Certainly are the educators here in the school system. Both my boys went through the Cleveland School District, and the teachers that they had there, in terms of getting them on the right path and steering them towards their education, were just second to none. So I would have to say, overall, are the educators, but particularly those at the Cleveland school system, were just second to none. You know, obviously, the day you get married, the day you have children is obviously, 1, 2 up there. I think if it was something other than that, and no offense to anyone that does love Little League Baseball, but it had to probably be when both my boys said that they were done with baseball, and that meant I did not have to sit outside in an April evening watching Little League Baseball. So if it's not the marriage or the birth of your children, it's the end of Little League Baseball. My first job, I was a dishwasher at the Kelly House on Martha's Vineyard, and it taught me, and it continues to teach me today, in terms of the importance that no one job is more important than the other. And you treat everyone with respect, regardless if you are the head chef or the dishwasher. And by doing so and treating each other with respect, you work much more collaboratively, and I think working together, teaching respect for the folks that you work with. I'm working on the fife for the Colonial Boys in Norwood. I use the word working on because it is a work in progress, so it's not necessarily a talent yet. I hope at some point it might be. First car was maybe a joke by my parents, but a late 1970s Ford Pinto. Both my brother and I survived, so we were kind of psyched about that. First concert had to be early 80s, Jimmy Buffett at Great Woods. Hands down, Jaws. I mean, are there any others? Favorite sport is college hockey. I like hockey, but if you had to really pick a favorite, it would be college hockey. In high school, it was Hoove, H-O-O-V. Sometimes Hoover, A-H, depending on how lazy people were. Favorite book is Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. I read that a couple times. It's a great, great book. A classic, probably Cheers, and then on the other end, The Office. Those kind of classic sitcoms, I guess. Black raspberry with Jimmy's. Thanksgiving, I like the high school football and the food. The best Halloween candy is Almond Joys.